today's video, I am going to be talking about and reviewing Korean beauty copycats. And I don't even want to call them dupes because some of these companies, they no shame in their game, didn't even try to hide it when it came to coming out with their own product that was basically based off of another company's product. Now, for those of you guys who have no idea what I'm talking about, and maybe some of you guys do, is that typically when a Korean beauty company comes out with a product, it does really well, it sells a lot of units for them. You'll see a lot of other companies come out with their own version of that product that a lot of times looks eerily similar to that other company's best-selling product. What I did is I picked some of my favorite skincare products and makeup products. I went ahead and found some copycat products of them. I tried them out for the past couple of months, and I'm going to sit here, share my thoughts with you guys, and review the products in general for you. Now, I have several thoughts on this topic, and I think I can kind of sum them up into two main points. My first thought is that despite the fact that these are clear copycats of another company's product, I do think, in a sense, coming from a consumer standpoint, I think it's a beneficial thing for the purchaser because it drives the incentive to be more price competitive with each other. Therefore, for those of us who are more budget sensitive or who don't have a ton of money to spend on beauty products, you have other options and alternatives out there if you just can't afford to buy the original one. Because in most of these cases, I'm pretty sure in all of them except one, the original product is more expensive than the copycat products. Having said that though, I also think the idea of copycat products is quite lazy. It's a little bit like, can't you come up with your own products? But yeah, I mean, I could talk about this topic for hours and come up with different points and, you know, have different observations about it, but I think this is a good opportunity to open up the conversation down below if you guys have any opinions about this topic, which I'm sure you guys do, because I think it's always interesting to hear other people's perspective on this. Because let's face it, if you're familiar with Korean beauty, you've probably seen this a ton of times. This is not anything new, and I'm not saying this is only specific to Korean beauty. Obviously, dupes are a thing in Western beauty or whatever you want to call it, but I'm just saying, like I said, you'll see in this video, the packaging is even the same for some of these products. The names are even the same for some of these products. Now, the first product I'm going to be talking about is from Laneige, and this is the lip sleeping mask. Now, this is one of my favorite lip products. It's one of the few lip products that actually makes a difference in my dry lips. Yeah, so the copycat product that I found of this product is from Carenel, and they also call theirs the lip sleeping mask. So there's no difference in how they even labeled their product. Even as you can see, I got like a little one of the Laneige too, just for cross comparison. I thought it'd be easier visually to notice the similarities. It looks identical, like they purposely tried to package it and color it exactly the same, at least in my opinion, so they would become a competitor for the Laneige product. Now let's go ahead and talk about prices really quick. The full size of the Laneige lip sleeping mask is $14. The little guy of the Laneige is $6 as compared to the little guy of Carenel. This guy is $2, and I believe I saw a full size of the Carenel one, which I'm sure rivals about this size of the Laneige, which is $6. So there is quite a big price difference between the two brands. Oh, by the way, I have my notes down here, so I'm probably gonna be looking down a lot. Now, one thing I found really interesting is that Carenel claims that they have berry contents and vitamin C, and that is like the main ingredients in the Laneige one. Laneige has like a patented berry mix complex, so it's kind of like, ugh. As far as the products themselves go, the actual formula, they are super similar. Even the like light strawberry scent the Laneige one has, I don't even know why I'm smelling this. I can't even really smell right now, I'm so congested. The look of them is really similar, and on top of that, the feeling is pretty much exactly the same, although I will say that the Laneige one does feel a little bit more buttery, and the formula feels better on my lips, but personally the difference is so slight that if you are someone who just doesn't want to spend a ton of money on a lip product, because I get it, your lips are kind of a small part of your face, and most of us don't want to invest a ton of money, we'd rather invest it somewhere else, I would say that the Carenel copycat product is pretty dang close to it. Speaking of Carenel and Laneige, I have another Carenel, Laneige, and also 3W Clinic. These 3 brands all have water sleeping masks. Pax mask, same thing. So basically the original is the Laneige water sleeping mask. This was a huge product for Laneige and still is to this day. They sell this at Sephora. I believe you can get it at Target. Same thing with the lip mask. And this is one of my personal favorite skincare products. I just love how it creates a barrier for my skin at night. It helps my dry skin stay moisturized. It just works really well for my skin, and it's been a mainstay in my skincare routine for years. Now the 2 Copycat products, again, like I mentioned, I did find one from Carenel. This is called the Aqua Water Sleeping Mask. And then I also found one from this brand called 3W Clinic. It's called the Water Sleeping Pack. I've never heard of this brand before. I literally just picked it up because I was like, oh, I think that's supposed to be pretty much like the Laneige. I mean, look at these tubs. Are we seeing this, people? We ain't trying to hide the fact that we making copycats, are we? Talking about prices, the Laneige Water Sleeping Mask is $24. The 3W Clinic is $14. And the Carenel one is, this little guy here is $3. I actually couldn't find like a full-size tub of it. Instead, what I could find is like a pack of 3 of these that they sell on Amazon. So I do not know what that's all about. But yeah, so a little guy like this is $3. You could buy 3 of these for $9. Imagine that. Now let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. The 3W Clinic one is least similar to the Laneige one. In fact, the formula of this, even just visually, you can see a huge difference between the 2. Instead of being more of a gel cream, this is just like a straight gel. So if you've ever felt the texture of like an aloe vera gel, say like the Nature Republic one or any other basic aloe vera gels, this has a similar feeling to it. And to me personally, when I use this on my skin, and I actually felt like this dried my skin out even more. So when it would set on my skin, I'd be like, ooh, this feels dry on my skin. So I do not think that this is even a good comparison. The only real similarity for me is, I mean, the color of the packaging, and maybe they were like, oh, maybe we could trick some people into buying it. Like this sucker here. So yeah, not very good. I didn't like it. Now, of course, looking at the Carenel Aqua Water Sleeping Mask. These look pretty similar again, if you can see that. I will say that the Laneige one feels a little bit more lightweight and less, I don't want to say sticky, but it definitely just feels more smooth on the skin. The scents of these, again, I can't even believe how close they got to the scent of the original Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. And for those of you who don't know, Laneige has this, I guess it's a patented sleep scent technology. So the scent of this is actually supposed to help you fall asleep at night and sleep deeper. I mean, at least that's what they claim. It's just more of a calming scent. So, I mean, does it help? I don't know. But it's just kind of funny that they even went as far as to kind of try and replicate that. Again, personally for me, I like the Laneige one better. I think the product itself is actually better and it performs better on my skin. It works nicer, it makes my skin more comfortable. And I think that I would actually spend the money to get the original between the 2 of these, because this is going on my face and is covering a bigger surface than say just my lips. So I justify purchasing this product. And I mean, like I said, I maybe am a little bit jaded because this has been a product I've purchased for years and years and years. I've probably gone through like 10 of these. So yeah, that's my story.
Don't know exactly what will be there. I'll find you where.
Now this next product I'm talking about is an exfoliator, and I am going to be comparing the Neogen BioPeel Gauze Peeling Pads with the Eliza Becca Pore Perfect Wine Sparkling Peeling Pad. So as you can see, the packaging is pretty dang similar again. I'm showing you guys the lemon one if you can't see that, but I usually do use the wine ones. Here's an empty one just to show you guys. I just randomly decided to try a new variety a couple months ago, so I have the lemon ones. So just to go back to the original product to share my experience with these, you guys have heard me talk about these for years. I'm pretty sure these have hit a couple of my yearly favorites because these have been a consistent MVP in my skincare routine. And I just love this because it combines both a manual exfoliant and a chemical exfoliant, and these just brighten up my skin tone, they make them nice and smooth, they remove all the dead skin, they help with cell turnover. There's just a lot of really good things about this product that I appreciate and have enjoyed. Now let's go on and talk about the prices. And again, as a reminder, I am showing you the lemon, but I'm kind of talking about the Neogen pads in general. These cost about $20 to $28 depending on where you purchase them. The Eliza of Aqua ones I paid about $20 for, I think. So yeah, in each of these you get 30 pads. So cost per unit in each of these is about the same. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Eliza of Aqua product. Now of course, number one, I think the most obvious comparison between the two is the fact that they call it a wine peeling pad. That's what the Neogen ones call themselves. So they're obviously trying to kind of leech off that idea a little bit. As far as the pads themselves go, and I think this immediately turned me off to these, was I don't like the pads that the Eliza of Aqua ones use. For me personally, and this is gonna seem very nitpicky to some of you guys, but for me this really, really irks me and irritates me in more ways than one. The one thing I really do not like about this is the seam that holds the two sides together to create the pocket. This seam is, I wouldn't say it's sharp, but it's not as soft as the Neogen ones. The Neogen ones aren't rigid at all, and for some reason, these ones are on the Eliza of Aqua. So if you catch your skin just right, it just kind of like, ooh, it's not like it cuts your skin or it's like painful or anything like that. I just don't like the way it feels. So I don't like that. I also don't like the fact that this pad, the side that's not embossed on the Eliza of Aqua ones, are not a gauze type of texture. So the Neogen ones actually do have this gauze, which helps with that manual exfoliation. And I don't know, I just really like that. And this is just, it's a smooth type of pad, so I feel like it's doing nothing but smearing the product all over my skin. Let's go on and talk about the actual formula of this. I also didn't like the formula. I found it quite sticky, and I couldn't find specific instructions for the Eliza of Aqua one. The websites I found didn't say anything about rinsing this off. The Neogen ones, you actually use these and then rinse the product off. The Eliza of Aqua ones, I've tried it where I rinsed it off and it was fine, but if I didn't rinse it off, it was horribly sticky and just felt disgusting under my other skincare products. So I think I used about 5 of these before I was like, I've had enough. Not enough of a price difference, again, for me to warrant buying the Copycat, nor is the product better. In fact, I think the Neogen ones are personally, in my belief, much better. Alrighty-o, so the next product I'm gonna be talking about, one of my favorite skincare products of all time. I've talked about this again on my channel in the past, and this is from Benton. This is the Snail Bee High Content Essence, and the Copycat product that I found of it is from a brand called Perito, and it is called the Snail Repair Advanced Serum. Are we seeing this? I mean, these things look like they're in the same exact dang bottle. Even the packaging, and I saved the boxes just to show you guys. Here's Benton's box. Here's Purito's box. Perito, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, I mean, so anyways, Benton for me is one of those products that I love because I have dry, sensitive skin. So this is something that works well on my sensitive skin. It's non-fragranced, and it's also good for healing damaged or inflamed skin. So say if I've had a breakout and I'm trying to moisturize my skin, but I don't want it to be too heavy or sticky, but I do want to help the skin heal and repair itself, I like the Benton Essence for that purpose. The Benton product runs for about $13, while the Perito one, ironically, is also $13, so we're not even saving any money with this. Now, comparing the two, the ingredients were pretty similar. I will say, though, that I was more impressed by Benton's ingredients, and as far as the actual texture of these goes, I could even just demonstrate for you guys. The Perito one, which is over here on the side, is much more runny and viscous than the Benton one. For me personally, I think the adherence of the Benton Snail Bee High Content Essence is much higher and nicer. Therefore, I just always grab the Benton one. So I think this, just to sum it up very quickly, for me personally is a no-brainer, especially because they are the same price. I'm not even really sure where Perito gets off, like, coming out with this product. Now that I'm going to be talking about is actually a makeup product, and this is one of my favorite makeup products of all time, and it's a very famous one as well, and the product is from the Serum, and this is the Cover Perfection Tip Concealer. Now this concealer is one of my favorite concealers. I'm actually wearing it right now. It's something that I constantly reach back to, and I just find it does a really good job, and it's a very versatile type of concealer, meaning it has a nice soft blur to it, so it works well under my eyes. It doesn't crease, it doesn't get caught in any dry patches under my eyes either, but it's also really good at concealing acne or any pigmentation issues I want to cover. So I really appreciate that, as well as this is a very, very affordable concealer, coming in at about $4. And then going to the eye and lip one, since we're talking about pricing, this one is $1.75, so that's pretty much as low priced as concealers come. Now looking at the immediate comparison between the two, obviously the packaging is like stupid similar. Like these guys are so similar that I will sometimes reach into my makeup collection, grab the concealer thinking I'm grabbing the Serum, and then accidentally grab the eye and lip one and be like, ah, not again. The shades themselves are also numbered quite similarly as well. They use a 1, 1.5, and 2 system to number the colors for eye and lip, just like the Serum does. Now the Serum also does have a contour color as well as a brightener color, which is here. To me, actually, I use the contour color, which is this guy, as a concealer, which you absolutely can do because they're pretty much the same formula, if not the exact same formula. But yeah, this just matches my skin better than the shade number 2, so I use the contour. Going to my thoughts on the eye and lip one, I personally did not like this. I felt like the color was also off. This is a number 2, and it kind of looks ashy. I find that this is also very drying for some reason, and yeah, it just doesn't perform as well as the Serum does, so I immediately just don't like this. I can tell a very obvious difference between these two concealers. I don't even think the formulas come close. The only similarity really is that packaging factor. And another thing that really puts the Serum's Cover Perfection Tip Concealer on another level for me is that this actually has an SPF 28 PA++, which for me, I'm always down to get a little SPF in my life, or a little bit more SPF, so I like that, and the eye and lip one does not. Alright you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video and this type of video. I know I could have found a ton of other Copycat products, not only for the best-selling products I showed in this video, but in general, a lot of other products have Copycat products as well. So if you guys like these types of videos, I can definitely find more products and brands that do these or have these as well. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below of what you guys think of Copycat products. I will leave links down in the description box below where you can pick up any of the products I showed in this video, as well as all the links to my social media accounts, so go over there and hang out with me, okay? And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! I was holding that cough in.